Hey, people. Did you miss me? 'Cause I missed you. Anyhow, so, how's everybody? I hope everybody's been good. So, I have not been updating anything because I have been going through probably the worst time of my life. I'll spare you the details, but you'll get a little bit of details. Yeah, say hi. Hi to the people. So she's now talking, like, quite a bit. She's saying some sentences. Say hello, people. Okay, well, she still isn't saying that, but, whatever. She does say hi, bye, and all that stuff, which is really cool. So this is uncensored, so I guess I'll get uncensored. I am now single. Woo, yeah. Shh. But we are co-parenting, quite nicely, I may say, I should say, especially because we still live in the same house. As of right now, things are gonna change, so, whatever. My last job keeps haunting me. It won't go away. I'll spare you those details. I don't need to get into those. But I do have a new job as administrative assistant manager. I don't really know my job title yet, but it is in a school bus company, one of the school bus companies that my mom used to manage, which is pretty cool because, it's cool. Like, people know her. People know what she's done for the company, and, they appreciate her for it. So it's very cool. I say all that to say, with, I'm sure everybody knows, March, what is this, 17th? Yep. The coronavirus is all anybody is talking about. The coronavirus. Now, I will admit, I was amongst those who didn't really take this too seriously. I was like, these are just flu. This is just the flu. Like, this is a flu that nobody else knows about, which is scary in and of itself. Like, that is scary. The flu is scary alone, and then the fact that nobody has anything or can do anything or know anything about it, that is scarier. So, I know that it's serious. I wasn't exactly sure of how serious it was until schools were shut down for 2 weeks. Now, Philadelphia said that they were going to take it on school-by-school basis because, as I would think some of you know, some children and families rely on school lunches, school breakfasts to get meals. This isn't the greatest economy ever. Some parents still can't make ends meet, and hell, I know how that feels. So yeah, it's I thought that was a good idea, to just take it on a school by school basis, but obviously after, doing my own research, because, of course, empower yourself. You're supposed to empower yourself during times like this. You're supposed to do your own research. You're supposed to educate others. Listen to what other scientists and doctors are actually saying. If there's anything conflicting in your brain, look it up and make sure you know the facts. So after realizing that, some people are carriers of this virus that have no symptoms, or present no symptoms yet, and they could have easily been in contact with people who are their immune system is not as strong as theirs. I then saw the seriousness and was like, oh, okay, this actually may be a real a real problem. And yes, it sucks because now I work for the school district and they close schools down. So I'm out of work for 2 weeks. But if that gets this all contained, then get it contained. Sure. I'm sure my landlord, I'm sure the bills, I'm sure everybody will understand. Like this is something serious that is literally affecting the entire world. Nobody, no single one person is going unaffected by this. And I think that's kind of the beauty in disguise. Shh, I think that's kind of like the beauty in disguise, because now everybody is on the same, well, not same, but everybody is on a level or more level playing field. Like you see, I see these celebrities out here getting sick, testing positive for it and stuff. And it's just like, oh, is that the same sickness that I can get? Oh, like they're not immune to this. Money can't buy them immunity to this. Okay. So, it's a very sobering feeling. And if, you see all these people posting, like, stay in the house. And it's just like, I know all the people, like, conspiracy theorists, like, this is what the government wants and this and that, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, the government is full of a whole bunch of older people who are at great risk of this. I somehow, someway, barring a bunker, a completely disinfected bunker, I guess. I don't think that this is the magnitude. I mean, okay, they probably wanted something to like whip us into shape, because I don't put anything past anybody anymore. But to this extent, I'm not entirely sure. The stock market has plummeted, like, at a scary low rate. To a scary low rate. Things are happening that are out of our control, and the only thing that we are able to do to just put it on pause is social distancing, which is a scary, scary reality, but it is a necessary one to grasp. Because I don't know, Calvin, who he is part of the compromised group. He has a lung condition. Somebody else can have a pre-existing condition that can put them in a compromised group. People's ages can put them in a compromised group. Like, this is serious. This is serious. I could very well be a carrier and me and my daughter can be carriers and present no symptoms, give it to Calvin, and he's in the ICU. This is serious. So, yes, people stay home. Yes, like, it's wild. It's wild. It does kind of like, put things into perspective, or at least for me, I'm like, what is God trying to tell me now after the weeks of pure insane, crazy hell that I've been through? What is God trying to tell me now that I have to now stay in the house with somebody who I am now co-parenting with, and co-parenting only with? Like, we are no longer together, and I'm supposed to be out here, get over this breakup, and then live with him at the same time, and then be stuck in the house for 2 weeks because there's nothing going on outside, and everybody's saying stay in the house. Everybody's in the house. So what is this teaching me? Like, what does this mean? What does this all mean? So after talking to my cousin and my sister, self-care should be a priority at this time. Make some masks for your face and hair. Take a bath, a long bath. I can't take a bath because I have a mini tub. It's only suitable enough for my 2-year-old. So, in turn, I take a long shower. Do a face mask. Do some yoga. Do some breathing exercises. Do something you like to do that's indoors. I personally like to paint. I'll be getting my paint everything out and, go to work at it. Maybe discover some new music if that's your thing. Write a short story. That's what I plan on doing. I plan on finishing my, or not finishing. I plan on continuing one of my novels, one of my very many novels that I actually, know what? I think I'm planning on doing a short story with those two. Like, adult short stories can be a thing, aren't they? Let me know. Let me know about that. Anywho, I do think that this is a blessing in disguise because we're more alert, we're more compassionate, we understand, like, we are all on the same playing field, we're all on the same learning curve of understanding that this is no joke. So now, what do we all need to do to come together and make sure that this doesn't spread anymore, that nobody else gets this, or nobody else dies from this? And most importantly, what can we do to help others in this? Like, I've seen so many more people actually looking and fact checking with this, This is a big deal. This is a big deal for the world. I was listening to this one scientist, and I don't know if he was a scientist. I think he was a doctor. I don't know. God, I hope that doesn't mess up my credibility. But he said, don't think of it as, the government, but like people are saying, don't go outside, don't socialize, don't do this, don't do that. Like, don't think of it as this virus is stopping your life. Think of it as you are helping the doctors, the scientists, everybody who's trying to figure out something to help this virus. You're helping them not spread it so that they can contain it, so that we can then start to go back outside again and live our lives again, free of this coronavirus, So I thought that was a nice little message. I thought that was a good way of looking at it, a very positive way. So, yeah. I'll probably be doing more of these now because I have nothing to do but sit in the house. So, yeah, you'll hear from me probably again. Hopefully. I don't know. I say that and then change my mind. Who knows? Either way, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.